So many guys out there. We don't want to say love. Drama continues. That's all. We just had a president. But you want it to be true, you make it true. So you get clicks. But when you go personal, what's really going on? Like, what's going on, y'all? This Greg. Greg said it. Back with another one. All right. Y'all, we are in the building. This is Greg Said It live on Sunday here. This wonderful Sunday. What is it? July the 20th. Can you believe we're at the end of July? And man, we right on time today, y'all. We usually do this live at about 2:00 on Sundays, give or take. Sometimes some things kind of pop up, but we on track today for our regular scheduled program. With Greg Said It, y'all. You see the title, right? I say, think about how do I title this? Because we've been watching this thing go on for a couple months. We've really been waiting for years to see what this storyline will look like with the Sanders family, the Sanders boys. It's finally here. Sometimes we move about life and we were like, you rush everything. You want everything to go quickly. You're trying to get to the next thing, and you don't enjoy the process. But when you look at it, hopefully they enjoy the process. I know we have, all the way back from Jackson State, from when Coach Prime announced. A lot of us wasn't paying attention. I was like, I remember seeing the headlines when Coach Prime went to Jackson State, and I kind of saw it from afar. I'm like, what's the big deal? Then I started to think about it. Like, yeah, I guess that is a big deal. Deion Sanders is coaching the college, and then I started thinking about the significance. And then he had his, he put his little marketing campaign behind it, talking about, what he gonna do to the HBCUs. Now, I went to HBCU for a couple of years, and I had the experience. I know exactly what he's talking about. I did both. I did the HBCU and with a PWI, all these terms, and the resources are different. It's different experience, different customer service, different culture, different everything. And I'm very familiar with the black culture. I went to black high school, black neighborhood. It ain't impressing me with that. I don't live it, still live it, really, and be honest with you. I've had some diversity in my life, but for the most part, that's my experience. So I know exactly what he was experienced, what he was up against, and what he was trying to overcome. I've seen it firsthand. And just, I guess that kind of drew me over time to his storyline of, he going to kind of help that. I said, Lord, somebody got to do it. But I quickly saw that people resented him, which is normal. How you get to that point so long, you can blame other people for not allowing you to proceed, allowing you to have progress in the area. But the reality is you had some help. You didn't want it. You didn't like the way it was packaged, or you didn't want to lose certain things. You wanted to gain certain things. You want to be in control. Sometimes people want help, but they want help their way. They want help to remove certain things, but not the other things that may be just as bad as the thing they want to remove. And so that's what it seemed like Coach Prime was describing. Like, y'all got to get rid of this, get rid of that. I'm going to show y'all what to take. I done been to the mountaintop. This is what we need to do. And they buck. They resist. Who is swag? You're not one of us. They didn't accept them. So it's like, what's good? How that's going to turn out. I knew exactly how it was going to turn out. And it was really hostile. So, after he really, what's going on? After he really accomplished what he accomplished in back-to-back years, I quickly realized, okay, he got to get up out of that. They was stealing from him. They had a killing right there. The same, we had the SWAT championship with some kids, and they claimed some of them might have been on the football team. It was stuff going on, but I felt like for him, he just wasn't going to reach his potential. And I think he realized that because the people was going to block him. I mean, even with him winning, that wasn't enough. And who knows, only he knows what went on behind closed doors. So when he took the Colorado job, I was like, I ain't really know what to think. It was a dream to me because he kept saying he wasn't going, which is weird. And then it's like, out of all places, and then people like Colorado, the cold. But being who he is, he made it work. And his boys made it work. They're very adaptable. So we seen this journey with them. Great storyline. That's what made well off what it was. That's what made all of this what it is. Because everybody want to see how in the world this thing gonna turn out. How is it gonna turn out? Is he gonna make it? Do you have enough talent? Can they play the next? Can Shadeur play the next level? Is Travis too small? Can Shiloh do the? Can he go and hit like that? Them boys up there, them big boys. Can Coach Prime really coach? And even when he win, it's still daddy ball. But we've seen the whole journey. And the whole thing was we knew their goal was to go to the NFL. We knew Shadeur wanted to be top draft pick. That's a big part on why they took it to the next level. Shiloh could have been a free agent out of. He had a couple guys in the same group before he graduated and went to Colorado. He had some other free agents that went in that draft. One got drafted, Bolden. So it's like, if he wanted to be a free agent, Shiloh could have came out, but he wanted to increase his stock. He did not only one more year, he did 2 more years with the COVID stuff. And you still took him as a free agent. I think he took the biggest blow out of everybody. I know we talk about Shadeur because it was a drastic. What's going on? It was a drastic drop for him, for Shadeur. But Shiloh, to me, got played probably worse, or just as bad. Because Shiloh got put in the same position, he would have got invited to somebody camp out of Jackson State. He did 2 whole years at a higher level, and you say he's still only worth what he would have been out of Jackson State. You really gonna say that? That's crazy to me. So now, I think they're in a bag. What the young folks say. What's going on, Miss Nash Williams? I feel like they're in a bag. What do Coach Prime and his kids do the best? That's what I think we starting to see. You probably won't hear this nowhere else but Greg said. Make sure y'all get them likes up, share, and then you subscribe. Make sure you subscribe. I'm gonna tell y'all, they must have had a meeting, a phone conversation or something, because they're in their bag now. It's almost like they campaigning. Shadeur get a whole apartment complex, throw the biggest bash they probably ever see on his dime with his sponsors and everybody. Got other people to come out after a tragedy. Now, he already been in the community, so you can't say he just got there. He already been in the community. What's going on? R. Jizzle. He already been there, so it's like from day one, before the camp started, he already showed you I'm going to the school. Put a pin in that. This is a guy as a rookie. How does he even know how to do that? You barely trying to figure out how to be in this NFL. They know all about the NFL. They was born and raised around it. What's going on? Gemini. They've been born and raised around this stuff. They know the ins and outs. They know what you got to do as a pro. They come out the gate. About Shadeur right now. Going straight into the schools. Straight into the community. Working out at the high school. Stuff he really been doing. He been practicing through college. But this stuff that really counts. It's overkill in college. Because, like, first of all, nobody checking for you in college. Because you usually have to build your brand through the NFL. That's the other conversation, a whole other conversation. You usually need the NFL. It's like when you in the music industry, you need the big labels to put their big money behind you to get your record sold. You need their money. They take all your money. They give you a little advance just so they can use their resources, the radio station, put you on tour. You ain't got no money to do that. So they give you that money and they give you advance, and they have to recoup all that money off of that. And they'll be on rob you blind, a little penny at a time to recoup that little money they give you. The more they give you, the longer it takes. They smart. Because they know you ain't got no money. And they know you don't have no rank, no reach. Now, Shadeur and Charlotte, the Sanders family, what they have reach without the need of publicity from you, the NFL. They already got a brand. They already got sponsorship. They already have money. They already have everything they need. They don't need the NFL. So think about it. They don't need NFL money. They don't need their platform to make them significant. They want to add on to it, but they are already significant. They already have millions of followers. They already can go and do Twitches and just off of their brand they already have, they can go and get brand deals. They can go and do Twitch and social media and get paid. Maybe not the same. They ain't gonna get 100 million, but they got a brand that even the guys in the NFL, nobody checking for them because they haven't built their brand. Their brand is associated with the NFL. Their values associated with the NFL. Look at all the guys who lead the NFL and go broke. That's not gonna happen to the Sanders boys. Well, regardless of what career they have in the NFL, as long as they keep building their brand and making themselves significant, they have the potential to make money when their careers end because they built the brand. People still gonna follow them. What they do, people still gonna support them. They got a market to advertise to. They're doing what people teach us in the business world to do. What they've been telling us for years: build your own brand. We've been telling athletes to do that. That's what they have on their side. They're able to build a brand in a way that it sees football, which their dad taught them a long time ago because he lived it. Yeah, you know it's over for the big guys. The little guys still may need them. You know what's going on, Michael? The end of the day, they have ability to if they realize what they have to leverage something and not needing the NFL but using the NFL. Now the NFL don't have a problem with you using them unless you need them, meaning they control how much you grow and they can pull you up and down. That's kind of what they try to do to Shadeur. Show you that we can cut you off, but the people stood by them. That's the ultimate weapon that they have. The ultimate weapon and strategy that they have is leverage the people. How can you prove that? I'm glad you asked. We seen it with Shadeur with the apartments and going to the school. That's what he do. You typically don't see Shiloh. But then you look up Shiloh out there pulling the old, pull a Trump out there. He out there at the doggone restaurant serving the food. Who have you seen that? Other than who I just named. Who else have you seen that with that kind of name and association and brand go and say, I'm finna go work the drive-through and just crack people up? Now they already got the relationship with KFC, but they just doing it, and you just seeing the results. They know what to do because you know what they know what to do. Get the people behind them, and nobody else can't do nothing for them. They absolutely have the potential to be billionaires. I hope they can do it without having to sell out, sell the soul. But they have from a branding and the marketing standpoint, they can make some products and sell some products. They really can hurt all their feelings and do like Big Baller Brand. He said they fought them so hard, and what happened to him with that day? I think he ended up having his legs cut off, something against sick, diabetes or whatever. Take care of your health, by the way. What good is wealth without your health? You know, you got these brands like they selling this chicken and all that. Make sure your health is right. You know, that's the key. Yep, they got to leverage what they have right now, as if they will never play it down in football. Because the only real purpose of the NFL has been is to get them what they already have. The only purpose that the NFL has really had for anybody was to give them fame. And most guys don't know how to take advantage of it. Let's think about all the guys who go to the NFL. They only as famous as being on the field, and then when their career over, they go broke. They act like they don't know what to do. Like you got all this doggone credibility, all these skills, and you so immature in your mind. You need the NFL, something TV, NFL Network. You know, a lot of these guys going to be analysts because they only know how to talk about. So, and that's part of it. Using your brand, people want to see you on TV associated with football, but they act like they're stuck on how to use the money they had, the relationship they had, some skills hopefully they developed somewhere in their life other than football to take what their brand, their reputation, their money to the next level. They seem to not know how to do that. But Shadeur and Shiloh have already. They already ahead of the game. See, they say Shiloh was just walking around Tampa and going to a restaurant and people going crazy. How? Because he got the brand. He's done the work beforehand. Yeah, well off, but they all went and started their own channels. They leveraged what they had. Yeah, they had their dad relationship. They had their everything. But at the end of the day, they gotta use it. They dad didn't just get them a fish. He taught them how to fish, literally and figuratively. You see fishing all the time. He's taught his boys, I gave you my name. I gave you a skill. I gave you exposure. And this is what you do with it. Separate from me. Shiloh doing ain't got Coach Prime, and every now and then he make a cameo. Same thing with Shadeur. They are no longer in position where they need their dad. Their brand stands on their own at this point. They no longer need him because they're now in the family business. You know what the real family business of Sanders family is? It's marketing and advertising. You can advertise and market anything when you have an audience. That's the key. And that's a whole nother conversation. I watch a lot of YouTube, and I'm a business person, marketing person. I played football. I like football. I say I love football, but I played it, and I like this story because of this. Coach Prime is a true marketer, and I learned a lot from him. And Brandon, you see, he got the shows. He's just a coach, and they hate it. He doing TV shows. He got his shoe deals back up and going. That was the biggest thing Colorado gave him, his relationship back with Nike and get his shoes back going, because he walked away from Nike. But he's using this platform through the players that he coached, through his team, and through all this exposure he got. All these brands took off. He had the sunglasses, he had the shoes, all his endorsements benefited from it. We with the nuts, with the almonds, and with KFC, everything benefits because they're in the spotlight and they're leveraging it. He was already the man, but he leveraged football and let the football leverage his brand. His brand leveraged football, and then football leveraged his brand, vice versa. He's doing what so many NFL guys couldn't do and can't do. Speaking of brand, I know he asked me about the box. Let's see, you notice I don't have the box on the screen because they had a shift going on with the pro. Actually, it's a international program that I market their stuff. They had some kind of situation where they pulled the stuff down. So as long as they're out of business, whatever legal matter they have going on, I'm not fully aware of it. They put a pause on that. So that's what it is right now. And I know some other people have reached out to me about some other boxes that's even better. I'm not necessarily going to promote it, but I will let you know about it if you reach out. But yeah, these are companies. We're in a time of transition. You got AI, you got all this stuff going on. Streaming is kind of like when music streaming started. TV is kind of going to streaming right. As you notice, everything is digital. It's kind of getting away from cable, and they have some legal stuff about how that looks and who they fighting each other. And being that you're dealing with an international company, however they structured it, you're usually not able to deal with them if they're outside of the U.S. So whatever going on, they having some kind of battle with that. And when you're going through that, they had to shut everything down. Really, you can't get nothing from them. You can't communicate with them because I guess that's part of the legal whatever. So I'm not fully aware. I just see things on the internet. Like I just described, I'm just a person who marketed that stuff, more so like an affiliate. That's what people do on here, like affiliate marketing. And that's more so of what my role was, that make sure that the stuff went out and stuff like that. Now it's not my products. I don't have no control over it. But, for the most part, like I always said, it paid for itself because of, the cost and everything. But, that's the challenge, is when they shut stuff down. It's not yours. You can't control it. So that's just how everything works. So if you want to find another one, I heard of another one. I think I'm gonna get another one. So I have both of them, but I don't know when they're gonna cut the other stuff back on. Really, I don't know. So that's why I don't push it here, just for transparency with you all. We had a good run with it, as far as being a customer, but it is what it is. But like y'all saying here, Shiloh already had a personality and brand recognition. Yeah, that's what we talking about. Shiloh can market, just like I was talking about. I was marketing product. I get people reach out to me. At this point, I'm just a little channel, like Greg said. I talked about it before. Um, I got stuff sitting over here right now. I got to do some videos for, and I'm on a small level. I don't really, honestly, I'm not really even pushing it like that. It's a lot of stuff I can do on social media, but I got so much stuff outside that y'all probably hear about that I'll probably be marketing that has more of a service that I provide. As y'all know, I'm in the mortgage, and I actually recently got my real estate license. So you in Georgia, know somebody in Georgia want to purchase investment properties in Georgia, Airbnb, whatever, y'all make sure y'all reach out to me. Um, Born and raised right here. So that's more what I am. And I'm a business person like Coach Prime. I learned a lot. And I was inspired to even get on this platform because of that. Because it's like, how do you do it the right way with the right audience? I just like the way they did it, and look, it's proven. It's lasting. Well off is going into a whole nother spirit, right? Like I said, they leaving meat on the bone at this point, but it's so much meat. It's like, how do you blame them? At this point, well off can go into sports management. Like I said, they can go into a lot of different things. But at the end of the day, um, they you only can do what you can do. Like, you only as big as your team that you have and your time. So that's what I learned. But I'm a social media guy only to an extent that I do this right here. It's a lot of stuff I don't do because I got a lot of stuff that I'm doing off the website locally in Atlanta, business wise. Some real next level stuff. I actually have real estate stuff going. I have a new water filtration dealership going in Metro Atlanta, mainly in the Gwinnett market. Shout out to people in Gwinnett, let me know. Um, got that stuff going on, and on some business stuff. So senior services. So you always can learn from real marketers at the end of the day. He's teaching this player how to market their own business. That's, like I said, that's what attracted me. Respect, because he said everybody ain't going pro. Everybody don't even want to go pro. Even the people pros don't even want to go pro. We watching people go to NFL, play 1-2 years, and retire. Say, I don't even want to do this no more. I want my freedom more. I don't want to put my body through this. They could play 100. They can play 5, 10, 15 years, but they choosing not to because they realize they can do others. One of them even wanted to be what was it, Roll? I think it was Antoine Roll. One of them roles went to Florida State, went on to become a doctor, like a neurosurgeon or something like that. He did a few years in the NFL and then went on to be a doctor because it's more stuff going on in football. I was telling my son that the other day. He over the last few years he don't got into football. He ain't even playing it like that. He not really. I ain't put him out there like that, honestly, because it's just what I know, and it's like, it was the big deal. And he's like, when I retire from playing in the NFL, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna be a businessman. Like my dad said, look here, man, you can be a businessman right now in this world we live, man. Then you got AI. That really next level. People gonna be doing AI in teenagers. There's no limit. There's no limit. Yeah. It was Myron Rowe I was talking about. Shallow is the favorite seller. Hey man, he's the underdog. What's going on, Big Worm? Said DSJ, what's going on? You got Jonathan G. At the end of the day, what good is you doing when you got these young men out here following you, and you see how shady the NFL is with your top players. Why would they put their hopes and dreams there? You going to school, they paying for it. You got these lavish schools like Colorado, people historically haven't been able to get into. He had to help change some of the enrollment to get people in there. And since he did it for his athletes, he had to do it for everybody. It would be discrimination, really. So you look at the fact that you go get a degree from a school like that, and hopefully you know your career, you know what your passions is, your skills, where you want to go, because they're going to give you the training or whatever to do it, and you're going to do it for free. What other people get in debt for? That's what you really should be saying, because you got to leverage. Yeah, we finna work you to death, how you working and all that. I know we taking your time, but you still got to get these grades. I have to beg you to get these grades, because that's probably where the most value going to come for. It's going to come from that. It's going to come from the fact that you get to go here for free and get a master's and maybe even a bachelor's or maybe even a master's degree for some of them. I think even Charlotte started working on a master's. I don't know if you finished or whatever. But I'm saying these people getting master's degree when they come in as grad. Some of them. Some of them just be there as a grad and don't even play. Well, take an hour class, don't graduate. You ain't got to graduate. You go take a class or two. I don't know. But I'll be taking advantage of everything. Because if you don't make it, it ain't even about if you make it. You go to the NFL and you play 5 years. That's probably the average 3 to 5 years for the average person. Man, you still in your 20s. You did all that. I'm gonna go to the NFL. It don't last. It would say not for long. That's what these guys don't get. NFL stands for not for long. You go and do all of that, and you ain't got no plan for afterwards, and you got to go back and work a regular job. You didn't manage your money right, or you didn't make the money you thought you was gonna make because you just thought you was gonna be rich. And then you got to pay agents and taxes and all that. Be in the wrong state. You go and you don't save your money. You don't have no plan. I don't see how all these boys, at the very least you do. Hopefully you smart enough. But at least you do go get a license in real estate. So something where you can make the money that you want to make. Something, get a licensed builder. You got relationships. Shoot, half the guys you wear, they millionaires. I don't know why I don't see more real estate agents who football players. But I'll be selling all them dudes' houses. Give me a good relationship with NFL. If I'm in the NFL, I'll be the NFL's real estate agent. I'm with Jacksonville Jaguar, get in good with them, and everybody who come on Jacksonville, and he our agent for our team. I sell all their houses. Like, they're not thinking. And I know I get it. It takes a lot of effort. It takes a lot of effort to get to the next level. It's almost like you got to be solo-minded. But you got to begin with the end in mind. I'm sorry, you got to look out for you. It's always good. He doesn't really need football because his name and person. And see, I don't even think playing football at this point is about needing it. Football and the NFL, they've already told you they want to leverage you so they can be relevant. And by default, they're going to make you relevant. So it's already a give take. I scratch your back, you scratch my relationship. So why not use the NFL? It's a big platform. It's ever growing. And they're going to pay you a lot of money. But if you're smart, don't just be limited to that money. They're giving you hundreds of thousands of dollars. There's no way a lot of these guys shouldn't be billionaires. But they're not thinking. They just think, I'm the ball. I'm going to play it until my bones fall off. And then I'm going to go get on TV. Look, man, these people don't pay some of these guys the $100 million contract, then the $300 million. You don't make over $500,000 in your career. Look, I don't know if y'all heard of Myron Golden. I go pay them dudes, Myron Golden them type of dudes to be my coach while I'm in NFL. Coach me. I got the money here, man. Here, $100,000. Coach me. Coach me on how to be in the business. So while I'm in the NFL, by the time I get out, I'll be on leverage. He'll teach me how to leverage my brand or get in the business and leverage it, where eventually that jump making as much money as I'm making in the NFL. So by the time my career over with, I'm still a millionaire. That's what the Sanders boys get. I don't know to what degree, but that's what they get. You see, said Shiloh did get his master's at CU. He got his undergrad. I know he got an undergrad at JSU. Yeah. I don't know why it didn't show up on the whole screen. You would think it would have tried to fit. Bucky is tapped in because they try, but they can't replicate what Bucky doing. Yeah, you can't do what he's doing because it's his style. Bucky, let me tell you the real reason why Bucky worked. Bucky was tapped in and had access to the hottest story in college football. Still to this day, nobody can rival his story. Even Belichick coming down can't rival the story of what Coach Prime, the magnitude. Coach Prime is like a WWF. He's like Ric Flair Hogan. He's friend with those dudes. He's like a wrestler. He's a very what do you call it? His persona is very stimulating. So everywhere he goes, Like Ali walking around. I'm the champ. That's what he learned from those guys. So Bucky connected to that. So him having for everybody who tapped into that, they all over 100,000. Darius jumped in. Neely, look at Neely left Mississippi and everything, caught all kinds of flat. That's his hometown, his home school. He going to Coach Prime, boy. They wanted to bury him, but he know what his golden goose was. He went his butt right on to Colorado. And look, he's still going. He made other connections. He gonna make more. He done been all to the Hall of Fame. He was smart because that was the hottest train, the hottest ticket going, and still is. So Bucky having direct, that's the only way that access was coming. Till they added the other guys, it only came through him. So everything he put out was 100,000 views. He put out a video. He was so addicted to it when he came out. That man was putting out 2-3 videos a day. He got so much backlog of content at this point. And now it only drives further because you really, really want to know. You can go back and look at all his old videos. They don't die. They don't go away. You want to see the beginning, you can go back. It's there. The history is documented. You can go all the way back to the beginning. Sometimes they do little clips where they take their old stuff and put it together, but it's there. So that's what Bucky rolled, man. And that's what really success is. It's timing and opportunity. It just so happened to be his dad. And he was smart enough, and his dad was smart enough. His dad said, come on, do that thing. And Bucky was not prideful, and he was smart enough to say, well, let me see how this thing go. I don't think he knew. He don't say, he didn't know how this thing was going to go. He did say, well, I had enough sense to see, I'll put out little clips every now and then, and my stuff was going viral, and people using my stuff. He said, well, let me see how this works. Because Bucky been hustling and grinding and trying to find this and that, just like a lot of us, man. We just plugging away, hustling and grinding, looking like a fool. Till you going to hit it. And he hit it, and he hit it big. He hit it real big. He struck oil. Because he hit the hottest thing going in college football, in sports. In sports history. He was front and center to document it. So here you go. You can't duplicate it because you didn't have what he had. You didn't have the assets he had, and you won't. Then he put on Darius. Then Neely jumped on. They all replicated what he was already doing. But did he hate? No. You know why they was, you pay attention back in the beginning. They was sharing videos with each other. Oh, you caught that? Let me take a piece of yours and put it in mine. You caught a different angle. Sometimes they had a whole bunch of different angles. One was in the end zone, one was on the sideline. And they was sharing content. Then Travis Hunter came. Then they was sharing content with Travis. And then he was sharing, and then he helped Travis platform. Travis went way past. He the talent, but he was smart. He went way past. Travis Hunter went past Bucky. But Travis was already kind of doing it in high school. But he didn't have his own stuff. He was on other people's stuff, but he was the brand. He was smart enough to leverage his brand. But who did he master it with? The smartest thing Travis could do, he going to play football regardless. Whether he won the Heisman, whether he was number 1, number 2, 3, or 4 in the draft, it was going to happen because he's that good. That was going to happen anyway. That boy, the smartest thing Travis Hunter could have did was go get with the smartest sports marketing team. Coach Prime won, the smartest marketer influencer we've seen in our generation from how he did back in his day. Bucky, he came right when Bucky was taking off, which furthered his brand and also inspire and help him go to the next level. Because see, Coach Prime pushed his players to create that content. Other people was like, keep that down, hide it. So it would have suppressed what Travis was really wanted to do. He was running with Destroyer. He wanted to do that. But other coaches gonna hate. The smartest thing Travis did for his brand, because he's another one. He is a child of the Sanders family because he's part of the family business as well. He knows how this content stuff works. He go hire people, go around with him, and they duplicate in their own way what Bucky was doing, what they call fly on the wall filming, like reality. It's basically reality TV, but it's short versions of it. They're doing snippets. That's what Travis learned. Everybody who is standing, Cam Ward is benefiting from this day. Now he got his own thing. He'll be able to walk off if he don't turn off the people. Because one thing you like about those Sanders people, they humble guys. They respect their people. They respect. They value. Their dad taught them that. They will sign autographs all night. Travis Hunter will too. They respect the people who support them. Look at Shiloh. Shiloh all out there dancing with the guy in the street. He ain't acting like, oh, but you want to put they stuck up, they arrogant, they cocky. He out there with the old man. Shiloh out there with the people. That goes back to this topic. The people is what they have. Yeah, they got branding, but the people got their back. Every time you corner them, they go get with the people. Say, what you want? You gonna take all of us out? Every time you look up, they start saying, Shiloh might not make the team. Let's put stuff out there. Them people love Shiloh down there in Tampa. You'll be a fool to get rid of them. That's why I said the NFL needs them. They need people like them. NFL, you would think they're smart. NFL have been, because they love control, like Diddy or somebody, they want you to depend on them. But ain't that tiring, NFL? Is that not tiring to have to carry all the load when somebody can carry? Like I say, it's like a woman said, I got my own, I bring something to the table. These guys bring something to the table. They bringing brand deals to the table they already got. They bringing followers that they didn't need the NFL to get. You think that's a partnership? Oh, come on. You bringing something to the table. I ain't even got to spend that much money on you. I can focus on these other people and just pay you what I'm going to pay you anyway, and you bringing something to the table. It would be the best thing in the world, you would think. You get out of your ego and your feelings. That you ain't really seen that before. You telling me you don't need me, and you bringing something to the table, and I'm going to pay you what I was going to pay you anyway? No, what these fools decide to do is pay them less. Dummies. You gonna make the people mad? Nah, I didn't see the nightcap. Jimmy Horn on nightcap. Yeah. Well, where'd that come from? Relationship with Coach Prime, right? And being comfortable with that. Being comfortable with that. Timing is everything. Absolutely. Perfect timing. The song say perfect timing. They understand timing. Shiloh going down there serving that chicken right now. What better time? What better time to go serve that chicken out the window and film it right now in the preseason? You try to cut him if you want to. He brings everything that you need. That's what they say, the prime equity. The new deal. You know what? It's like your boy. I talk about the music industry of you going in versus you selling out the trunk, the Cash Money style of Master P. That's what they say. I don't know how true it is, but they say they got the best deal. Master P got the best deal ever, and Cash Money probably second best because they had already built the following. Now what they do with their music, I don't know. I ain't help. But when you can go and do like Highland Wolf on Cadillac Records, you screwing everybody else over. I don't need your royalties. They say that what Will Smith do when he do his movies. I ain't endorsing him, but they say Will Smith say, I don't need y'all to pay me no advance. Just set my royalty deal up. I get paid the rest of my life. Keep your advance. I'm good. I think they said Kevin Hart. I ain't endorsing him. I think he said that about his he learned from touring. I'm gonna do my own touring so I can keep all my money. Some people learn, right? Shadeur and all these guys who coming forward, bringing all these people in the NFL, they can set a whole different type of deal because this is what I bring. This is what my stats. This is what I can bring. I got 100. I got 2, 3, 5, 10 million followers over here. I got 500,000 over here. I got this, and these are my statistics. Somebody running them because you know them ad agencies are running them. This is what I produce over here with KFC, Gatorade. I make over here 40 million, 60 million a year, projected to increase to 100 million a year by 2026. Forget you and what you trying to pay me with this 4 million. I got 100 million right here. Why play with me? Go ahead and give me 100 million over here and let's become partners. Don't you want a piece of these deals over here? Don't you want a piece of what I'm doing? Okay, don't make the people mad. Go ahead and give me my 100 million, and I'm gonna go ahead. We can structure a whole different payment plan behind the scenes. That you okay? You didn't pay me the 4 million. Whatever. Let's create a new kind of contract because y'all about to mess up. I ain't trying to go out here and say I'm gonna create my own football league and compete against y'all. I'm not trying to turn the people against y'all. We try to send everybody to the NFL from Colorado and everybody else. This ain't the NIL, this is NFL. We ain't trying to hurt you. Why are you trying to hurt me? Now you see what the people say. That's what he say. You see what the people say. Then what the people say. They want me. We ain't trying to take nothing we ain't earn. But let me tell you something. They not gonna stand for you abusing us. They love us. Go play that with somebody else. Just play that with somebody else. Don't play that with me. We got too much clout. Play that with somebody else. Okay? Let's go ahead and get down to business. I'm a businessman. I came a businessman. Don't play me like no simp. I ain't new to this. I'm true to this. Look at all the little simp I ain't got there. That's how they can come. I thought I was doggone the man, but now I know I'm the man. Y'all let me realize I'm the man by throwing me down. I still survive, and the people still with me. I thought about I needed y'all, but now I realize I don't need y'all. Now y'all got to pay me more money, more money, more money, because of the value add. It's a value proposition. How in the world? What they say? How in the world I'm gonna make more money on my jerseys than you pay me? That don't add up. Now y'all can mess around and have the reverse effect. When these people protest and boycott you, you're gonna see that's the amount of money you're finna lose. And I guarantee you're gonna lose way more money than you could have paid me. So why not just pay me? Why not just pay me? You about to lose more money being silly. When you turn these people off, I got the people on my side. You see they buying the jersey, you see they buying the tickets. Why keep playing with me? Go play with somebody else. That's beneath me. I'm here to handle business. I'm not here to play silly games with y'all. Play that with somebody who needs you. Play that with somebody who needs you. Said Mary Kay trying to downplay that Shadeur isn't that valuable. Well, I mean, if he's not valuable, then why they talk about him? That's dumb. If he's not valuable, then why you talking about him? Why is your clique spending more time talking about what he doing? Why is he in conversation? If he's not valuable, why is he on this? Every time I go on the internet, you call the algorithm, he the storyliner, he the headliner. Something about Shadeur, the Brown, Shadeur the Brown. Everywhere we go, YouTube, Facebook, Shadeur the Brown. Blame it on the algorithm, I guess. But if he's nobody, why is people talking about him? If he's not valuable, don't play foolish. We know what value looks like. We're not 12 years old. We're not 5 out there. 12 y'all even know that. We know value. So if he's not valuable, then why is he being talked about more than the other so-called valuable people you have? See, you only make yourself look foolish when you say stuff like that. Don't play in my face. Absolutely. He said Shadeur want to be the next Brock Purdy, and he could be if Brock Purdy had the opportunity, but he's already quote unquote Brock Purdy because he's doing something beyond football. See, Brock Purdy is nobody without football. Brock Purdy is nobody without football. Shadeur is everything without football because at this point he's transcended not just what he's able to do on the football, but he's become an influencer. His personality, his interests, people connect with you because of that. They may find you because of football, but they connect with you because of that. He said, don't throw the ball. The ball to Heisman Trophy winner. Well, he you Heisman Trophy winner. Two receivers got drafted and they got low ball. Like he got low ball. You see, It's a lot of things that Shadeur did in that situation. Yeah, please don't compare Shadeur to Purdy. Well, that's the best. That's the example. Why did Cleveland only show Dylan G walking in the building for training camp and not Shadeur? I don't know, man. Maybe that's the clip they had. Maybe Shadeur already been there all night. Maybe he spent the night with a sleeper bag showing out. Shadeur doing stuff to show out. Oh, y'all want to get some attention? I'm gonna give you something. He maybe was there 5 hours before Dylan gave. Maybe they got there too late to catch him. Yeah, how you want to look at it? How you want to look at it? If he's not valuable, I mean, hey, we know value. We know value from an asset of being a player on the field, and we know the value from the marketing standpoint for us getting eyeballs. We know who gonna have more people watch the game. You talking about your TV ratings? You'll be a fool to put somebody on there that everybody gonna click the channel off and say forget about it. We know who going like Colorado. Who if he on the field, we know their ratings gonna double and triple. We know that. Flacco on the field versus Shadeur on the field. You think that's gonna get the same ratings? So play with it if you must. It's your dollars, it's your business. Football is a business. NFL has owners. NFL owns the NFL. If you want to play with your business for ego's sake, you got it like that. Have at it. Have at it. Your days are numbered. Because at the end of the day, you ain't on no field. You're old and crusty. You probably want to try to pass it on to your kids. You want an organization that has quality customer satisfaction. And how do they do that? Y'all market the personalities that people want to see. Y'all create the brands people want to see, but you also bringing the people. These people being social media, internet, all that. People watching these people go all the way from doing their little league, high school, college for sure, to the NFL. They watching these guys play 7-on-7. Little kids now. We're gonna get to see some of these kids go from these 7-on-7 YouTube videos my son I'm watching. You're going to get to see them in high school, especially keep that camera going. They go to right school. You're going to catch them up again in college. And you telling me the NFL ain't going to tap into that. These people going to come with their own following and brands because that's the time we in. Either you're going to get with the time or you're going to get left behind. NFL, at the head of all of it, you might as well get with it. These people going to come with a following. You can't be all sensitive and intimidated by that. They're going to come with their own base, their own sponsors, NIL, whatever you want to call it. They're going to have all of that. And your power is slowly moving because they don't need you. They did it all on YouTube and whatever tube coming next. TikTok, whatever. The tube came, something else coming. You got all this AI and all this technology. The next YouTube going to be probably even more interactive. You might be able to play football with them. That's where it's going. Yeah, they putting in that work and they not stopping. That's their strategy. That's their strength. That's right. Their strength is getting on the football field. And their strength is what they can do in the community. And you can stop what they do on the football field if you dare. But you can't stop when they walk in the school building and all the kids rush them and they put it on camera. And the kids put it on camera. And then it hit the news and they go viral. You can't stop that. Unless you're going to fine them for doing it. But then that benefits you. He's bringing awareness. Every program has community involvement, engagement, because you want to engage the community to come to the local team, to see the local team play. You got that, and you don't want to use it. You're going to bench it. You're going to cut it. You're going to put on the practice squad. So they say that's why people don't want you to do it. Okay, but I don't know why you wouldn't want them. He going to put butts in the seats, loyal fans, and he going to put together he going to put the work in, and he going to put together a good product on the field. He's done it. They ain't coming to see Flacco, y'all. If I had some tickets and I said, hey y'all, Greg said he got some tickets. Now, You gonna go to see the game with Shadeur play or Flacco? We already know what's gonna happen because we here for Shadeur, but you already know. You're not trying to go see no Flacco. I give you the tickets and you don't want to go see Flacco. I got some free tickets. Man, back in the day, they selling tickets at the gas station. Like I say, back in the day, the Bulls were so sorry they sell tickets at the gas station before Michael Jordan. Because they was selling tickets everywhere because nobody wanted them doggone tickets. You can get them tickets away, nobody want to see Flacco. Unless you a diehard fan or you just ain't got nothing to do with your life. I go, I ain't got nothing else to do. But yeah, most people got a life. Man, I'm gonna go. I gotta go get in traffic. I gotta go take time out, walk to the stadium. If I'm gonna get there, pay for parking, and then go in there. Kids want to eat, all that. Let's see that sorry game. I gotta go back out, do it all over, get in traffic, and lost my half my day to go see that. I gotta go to work the next day. Nobody want to do that. At the end of the day, y'all, the Sanders people got it together. They know what it takes. They got the roadmap, the blueprint. So what you gonna do? They gonna keep getting the people behind them. They got the platforms in place. They don't need well off. They got their own. Now what you gonna do? That's the secret weapon, y'all. They got a brand and they got media. Firsthand, right in their pocket. Pure character. Does the classic mic drop? Appreciate it. Was I guess the super chat. He said pure character. Pure pair character. I'm trying to read it. Non-sport podcast in addition to clickbait sport podcasts now using 12 name like it's just to attempt to stay relevant. Yeah. And I mean, unfortunately, it's gonna work. He's not going away. Whether he's on the bench or whether he's on the field, he's not going away. He's showing you. Y'all, he a 4th string, 5th round. He's still more popular than everybody on your team don't ever put together. Because what he gonna do, he gonna keep doing stuff. His money ain't short. So he gonna keep doing stuff in the community. He gonna keep documenting. And he gonna keep showing you out there. He gonna be at the doggone beach with a whole Browns outfit on. So this man out here on the beach in the sand with a helmet and shoulder pads on. And so that's extreme. They know what to do to get your attention, to stay in the storyline. So you might as well buy that. You might as well just give over to it. Because these boys know what to do. I mean, Shadeur go and sell some chicken out the window. Who does that? If you do it, nobody ain't checking for it. Get 5 views. Your friends be like, good job, thumb up. They got too much on their side, man. They didn't put too much work in. They got too many connections. They got too much going on that you can think that they're going to be ignored. You can't ignore them. You can't just be quiet and they're going to go away. You can't do that. These are real talents, real influencers, on and off the field. And the people are buying it. They buy into it. They buying into it. The people love it. So the people gonna demand the product to be put on the field. Especially if they showing you, I'm putting in the work. I'm showing you I got the talent. You can't, even if you want to play over them, you can't. And if you mess around and the product you put out there ain't performing better, then people gonna force you to put them out there. They will take over your stadium. We want Shiloh. We want Shiloh. They will shut your mess down. What you gonna do? Wait for a boycott? And Shadeur, we already know he don't hit the field. And the Browns do that mess they doing. They go out there and go 0-6. It's a wrap. They only can hope and dream that it works out for them. They is back against the wall. It's not gonna look. Not gonna work out well for them. At the end of the day, we gonna be able to see it, y'all. That's what this platform is all about. I mean, we got Colorado going on. We got the whole this Georgia Tech. It's kind of quiet, really, because you don't got the hype, right? You ain't got the Daddy Ball, Trav Hunt. You ain't got all that. The hype is not there, but the suspicion is. The intensity is there for people who really support Colorado. Really, I don't know how they're gonna cover it. I think Colorado will have to. They will have to win more games before people really say, okay. But it's gonna be interesting, to say the least. Got them shoes coming out. He know how to drop the shoes at the right time. Then the boys, they know how to drop songs. They know how to keep themselves in that media mix. They know how to keep themselves going. Can't do nothing with that. But I'm just Greg said y'all on this wonderful Sunday. If y'all new here, make sure y'all like, make sure y'all share, make sure y'all subscribe, all that good stuff. And we'll be back here next Sunday. And we'll be on Thursday. We watch Cutting Up. And, make sure y'all subscribe here, catch these videos. I'm going to do a little inspiration motivation later on. Make sure y'all connect so y'all see what's going on. Because if anything breaking, I'm going to catch you during the week between these lives. So with that, y'all enjoy the rest of y'all day. And I'll be talking to y'all soon. Y'all have a good one.